do want to share with you my journey, that the struggle as a designer, but until now, project management. So there are a couple of things that I'm going to share. Oh, okay, it's already up. Can you see any word from here? Can you? Anything? This is basically a colorblind test. So if you can't see anything like me, you are in trouble. Just to let you know, maybe it's a color calibration of the projector. Not to scare you, maybe you just go Google colorblind test, okay? I grew up as a young boy who loved to just draw and do art. I joined all the competition, and I thought I was so good. Even in the primary school, I have already a dream that I'm going to be an artist. The only thing coming from a small town like Miri, my parents would say, you can't make a living. The artist is all at the roadside, doing some drawing, and you can't make a living. But that didn't dampen my dream and vision. But when I went to secondary school, the first thing I noticed, I was colorblind. And it was tested and proven by my teacher, and we went sent to the clinic that I'm a colorblind. It was very devastating, but I didn't give up my dream to do design, and I just want to show you my journey that it is impossible. It is not impossible, yeah, if we are colorblind and yet wanting to be good in design, okay? Quickly. So just want to let you know that I'm going to cover 5 things here, very ambitious, but I just want to share with you my journey as a designer and my journey with WordPress, and also give you some useful design tips, okay? But after subsequently, you're going to have a lot of workshop or a lot of session that they're going to be a bit more technical. So my session, not asking you to leave your brain behind, but I'm going to ask you to listen with your heart, because I'm going to share with you a lot of things that is for my heart. Yeah, and then of course something about beyond design and creating client royalty. I survived as a freelancer for 20 years because I think I have learned something that I would like to share with you. How many of you would think that it will be good if you can stick on to do things for the 20 years? All right? Wow, the clap is very encouraging. Yep, I can do that again. Yeah, okay. First, the journey as a designer, like I said, I found out as a colorblind. So my sister said, maybe you don't go and do design. Maybe you do something closest to what design can offer, that is like marketing, advertising. So I came here to Kuala Lumpur as a young boy, left my homeland, Miri, Sarawak, came here. Wonderful time. Okay, so I spent about 3 years in this university called Lim Kok Weng. In that 3 years, you see, a colorblind designer managed to get some design award or industry award, because there is a trick to that, because I really believe design is not just what we see. Actually, it's how you present, how you understand the industry of design and communication. And I went on to New Zealand and get a Graduates of Year award, came back full confident, thought, wow, I'm the best in Malaysia already, But coming back, there are a lot other competition. So don't be discouraged, don't be tempered when you feel with challenges, but we believe that if we just continue on, be consistent to know what we are called to do and what we are good at, I think we will succeed. At the end of the day, this word successful is very objective, don't you think so? If I ask you, what is successful? Running a company with 100 staff, I think that was successful. But if you read my introduction, my first introduction is, I'm a father of 4, okay? For me, that is my reward at the moment. I may not be as good as many people, but I make the fathering as the core purpose in my life. Then I have to build my business. I have to do things around that to support. I overhear for a lot of WordPresser during the lunch. A lot of time, we cari makan saja kan. Yeah, we also actually trying to find a living to support what we do in the family. Okay, let's not get into that. Just want to share with you some exciting. The moment I came back Malaysia, I joined a Australian-based service provider, and during that time, this is just the start of this picture SMS. Any one of you still remember that you actually have to pay to download the ringtone? And I was working with telco like Maxis, Digi, and then when there is this Marshmallow come out, everyone want the picture messages on the Nokia or Ericsson handphone. Yeah? Okay, some older one will know, some younger one, what is that? What I'm trying to say is technology changes, and it's important to keep up to the trend and the transformation. The reason why after all this year, I still make sure I come to workshop like that, feel a bit humble, but have to be learning what is the new trend and the thing that's going on. It's very important, especially now, thing changes even faster. So back in 20 years ago, picture messages was the thing, okay? So people will pay, and then this is how we started even work with like McDonald's and the Star to really provide services so that they can make extra income on that, okay? So point of change, I was in Kuala Lumpur for more than 20 plus years, and 2017, there is a competition of a development bank in Sarawak, which I joined, just trying my luck. But you know what? I managed to get the first prize. And then the bank in the state actually using my logo from this guy who is colorblind. Okay, just let you know how did I overcome my color blindness. Every time when I design something, every time I need to submit, I wasn't very confident. Because what color I see may not be the what color people see. So I'm blessed with my wife who can be my consultant. Yeah, I will show him few sample, and then is this color okay? What do you think? Which one is the good one? So my wife become my consultant on that. Subsequently, now my kids, I got 4 kids. So I can have a market, test out the market before things go out, you know, especially for the young one, for the old one. And this is how it caused me to think, for my friend in Sarawak, caused me to think, hey, maybe there are still something that I can contribute and do in Sarawak. So after 2 years, I decided to move my whole family back to really venture into exploring different things in the land of Sarawak. Yeah, the best state in Malaysia. Okay, so then my journey with WordPress. Okay, I started year 2000 to learn HTML. Sometimes I say HDMI. Okay, HTML. Okay, with this Dreamweaver. Anyone use Dreamweaver before? Remember those days? The software, no? Even this is before even Adobe bought over Dreamweaver. Yeah, there was Uncle Macromedia. The moment you know the software, you are like the demanded in the market. You know, Dreamweaver can do everything and coding and stuff like that. Then, but subsequently, I come across this Genesis framework. Anyone use Genesis? This was probably before 2010. Yeah. This was probably the first framework that I came across that changed WordPress from a blog system into something look a bit more corporate. Yeah, the landing page, wow, got this section, got the feature post, and everyone talking. I depend on that to develop a lot of website. Surprisingly, some of my clients who use this one is still running and then without much problem. Okay, it's still very light and then not much of support that's needed. But subsequently, I thought, because my client who came to me is because of my strength in design. So they are not just looking at the technology. So they actually asked me to do something that is a bit more design-based. So I, thanks to one of the friends here again, one of my friends here, he recommend a lot of software, very dangerous. Every time I call him, he will recommend me some plug-in to buy. You know, I don't want to mention name because you have an endless plug-in that you can purchase. But this is a good investment. It was a lifetime license, and I've been using that quite a fair bit. Britzy user, anyone on Britzy? Oh, no. Okay, so check it out. It's very design-based. I tell you the pros and cons. I like it because it's very intuitive and it's just like any design software. The challenges is I find it's getting very heavy and very slow. Yeah. And the support is not as good as we used to use it a couple of years ago, but I still do a lot based on that. But of course, because of my involvement with clients from Singapore, I just overheard someone from Singapore. I don't know why. Everyone said, we want to use Elementor. Like, that is the standard to manage the website. So no choice, but we have to learn. So I think one of the things that we have to understand, whether it's an agency or freelancer, is we have to learn different methods. Yeah, because the client that asks you to maintain the website, all kind of things come out. It will be good, say, can you revamp, but sometimes they do not have the budget to do that. So I think constant learning become one of the key. Yeah, so keep learning and keep living, okay? So this is my journey with WordPress so far. And some design tips, okay, I think I don't want to go into that. With with a background as a colorblind, so I understand that there are other elements of art that we can tap into. Yeah, the line, the shape, the form, the space, texture, value, and also color. But what I'm trying to say is, what are some of the really useful tips for me personally? Okay, hope you are still following me so far. I'm sure some of this you are quite familiar with the website. Okay, so for colorblind like me, color template is very important, right? So if you are a coder, none of you went to design school, right? So get a good template, comfortable template, trending template could be one of the way to go. If you see my slide today, I didn't spend a lot of time to design the slide. I just say, okay, WordPress Malaysia got already the standard color, the blue, the orange, and the white. So I just use that 3 color throughout my template to create consistency, which I will talk about also. So you see, sometimes design is more than just looking good, but it's understanding the principle behind that you can apply and actually still look presentable. Okay, are you still with me so far? Okay, so this is one of my go-to tools, yeah, colors. Okay, so of course, when Canva came out a couple of years ago, all my designer friends, no work to do already, out of job already. Designer, no one look for us to design. Instead of feeling threatened by the technology and the trend, I think we need to get on to it, yeah. And because you have to understand, so that's why designer must be secure. At the end of the day, it's not just your design. People look for you, have to see more value than that. So I was first one that jumped on Canva. Okay, one biggest transformation, just example. Last time we used to do newsletter for company, NGO. To do a newsletter, I came from the time, okay, you do a part on your computer, you do a part on your computer, photographer got a part on the computer. At the end, transfer the file. That was even before cloud. So you use what? Thumb drive. Now, cucuk sini, cucuk sana, cucuk sampai semua kena virus. Yeah, okay. So you have to spend so much time in terms of the collaboration. But Canva today, it blew my mind. What I used to do in 1 month, it could do in 1 week. My designer today, although I'm based in Miri, my freelancer, my designer is everywhere. Yeah? So everyone can contribute to a same document design at the same time. A beautiful thing of it, they don't even need to collect the images. Whatever the photographer upload to the Canva, my designer in the next 5 minutes can just pull out into the template and fill it. The newsletter is done in 1 week. So what I'm trying to say is, instead of feeling threatened, yeah, with the AI, whether we still got job or not, so you have to understand that you can offer more than what the AI offer. People look for you for more than the value behind. Okay, so that is Canva. Okay, I'm not selling. I don't have the affiliate link to that. Okay, I don't make commission out of that. I'm just sharing with you. Okay, and of course, now tons of template that's available for WordPress. As one who are not good with design, sometimes the framework you can just fall to that. Yeah, understand what the client want and use a certain template. And of course, I don't know whether I should talk about this or not. It's a bit sensitive, okay? This is a market killer. But we have to, as an agency, sometimes because of the demand of the client, I have no choice but to engage a designer from Fiverr. You call it Fiverr, Fever, okay? Because the turnover is faster. Yeah. So just for example, recently I have a project, okay? I can engage a local designer, and he said, give him 2 weeks. But I don't have that 2 weeks to spare. But at the same time, I just throw out to 3 different designers on Fiverr with probably the same price that I can pay to one designer to give me some concept, and they'll get back to me 3 to 4 days. Yeah. So I think the competition is on. Is anyone a freelancer on this platform yet? Oh, you are? Oh, okay. Afterward, you can sell your service as we go out. We should support. Personally, I have the desire and the heart to support local talent. We need to. If we all go to other places, then we will suffer. So that's why WordCamp, this community, I think is very important. It's about supporting each other, understanding each other to see the need. Hey, if let's say I have someone who can do the job, why not? I am the one that I prefer meet face-to-face. Fiverr, sometimes they don't even want to have a Zoom meeting with me. They say, you just send to me, we just deliver. I cannot. I am very person. So that's why I talk about meetup or whatever. I need to have the connection and the link with one another. Okay, how's the time doing? Is there a clock behind? I'm known for go extra time one. Okay, 20 more minutes? Oh, that is very long. I have just spoken for 10 minutes, really? Okay, all right, never mind. So beyond design, like I said, although this one is a designer talk, but I just want to share from a project management or even freelancer point of view, that couple of things that I have learned. One thing is really about our comprehension, our understanding of the topic. A lot of time I come to designer, they have their own thoughts on thinking what is good, but without understanding the business sense behind. So today I look back my journey, okay, remember I wanted to do design, but my parents say, hey, not too rewarding, maybe you do marketing and advertising instead. But that 3 years of doing marketing and advertising, which is a bit more business, helped me to understand everything. You say 20 minutes, but they tell me only 10 minutes behind, okay? I don't know which clock is accurate. But anyway, let's go on. That understanding the whole business behind is very important. So sometimes before we sell our service, we have to be empathized with our client a little bit. Most of the time they come to us is when they are in trouble. So we have to see that we are more a solution provider rather than just a service provider. Okay? So the second, I give you 3C, and consistency. This is something that I emphasize to all my freelance designer. Yeah? That once you do something, there must a consistency of color, like I say, color template, typography, jangan simple suka-suka tempat ni, this font and that font. That's why one thing that I still like to come out to bigger city like Kuala Lumpur, just to sense and see and observe the design. I'm blessed because my wife is from Korea, okay, by the way. So we do go back to my hometown, Balik Kampong, to Korea once a year. So to see how people do certain design that we can implement. So none of you went to design school, and I tell you, one of the tricks is to observe, to learn by seeing and asking how can it be applied to your own project or on work. Okay? The last C here, okay, composure. Why I use the word composure is a lot of time designer can take things very personally. Yeah, I spend so much time do my website design. I present to my client say, I don't like it. Look horrible. Wow, you feel like personal attack. I spent 3 days, didn't sleep. But you have to understand that sometimes don't take design too personally. It's quite safe because I ask none of you are designer here. Yeah, but you have worked with some designer that a bit emo, faham ga? Yeah, okay. The moment you comment a bit, your favorite color may not be the color that the client want. Yeah, your idea is not what the client want, but at the end of the day, you have to deliver something that the client is going to pay for you. Am I right? Yeah. So don't take things too personally. I have to go really quick. Okay, creating customer loyalty. Like I said. I just go through my customer list, and then I found that some of the customers still stay with me for the last probably 10 years. And the good thing is some of the customers that have moved on to other companies still look back to you. That defines customer loyalty. You understand? Yeah? So who you're treating with is not just a company, but it's a person. And behind the person, it could be linked to a different network altogether. Yeah? So don't burn the bridge. I heard a lot of freelancers, something went sour, the deal went ugly, and then you just like burn the whole bridge. But understand that that person that they deal with one day could bring you to other network and other connection also. Okay? So understanding client business, I mentioned that, but I'm going to go through quickly. One example is banking. Yeah, one of my clients is banking sector, and then I have no background in banking. Like just now, any one of you came for the legal talk just now. It's like something that most of us as a designer never want to think. That's why we went to design school. Yeah, so we didn't went to the law school, but we need that. But to understand different business background is very important. Just a case study. So the bank came to us that every month they have a certain report, and the report cover turnover too slow. Okay, they will just do a simple cover, but they actually wanted a cover that actually communicate. Let me emphasize, it's very important to have design that communicate and reflect content. Yeah, good design is not just good design itself. It's about communicating a certain message. So today, your website, your app, your whatever, it must have a message that people want to carry. When we talk about company identity, company branding, the first thing that people come to me, say want to design a logo, I say, what is the three things that you want your customer to feel? Okay, what they see and what they feel is very important. Yeah, you want them to see the trustworthiness of your brand. You want them to see your reliability of your brand. How you want people to feel is very important. Okay, so there's one to reflect the content. Okay, so just want to share with you the journey, huh? So this is a success story. Normally we can complain a lot about other clients, but this is 2017. They just asked us to do one cover. Then 2019 they say, hey, maybe we like your cover. We want to do 4. Then 2021, during the peak of pandemic, start in my office room in Miri, yeah, and they're asking for 8. And just recently, 2023, this year, they signed a contract for us to do 18 cover. No, what I'm trying to say that if you do things seriously, don't overlook just because people come and look for you for one project. If really you do it well and the client connection is there, it can grow exponential. Yeah, so let's hang on to that. And willing to go extra mile. Okay, sorry. Willing to go extra mile. Okay, I always tell my staff, when the client come to you, try to save them during the most challenging time, because that is the time that they will remember you. Yeah, I know in Asia or now young people, we say we want work-life balance. After 5 o'clock, we don't answer messages anymore. Okay, we have our own private time. But you know what? When the client look for you at 8 o'clock, when they are in distress, if you can really, really respond to them as a friend, like I say, as a friend, I tell you, this client will remember you. Yeah, they will remember you not just when you send them the bill. Okay, so I think we understand that the important and add value. Yeah, don't just like I said, mentioned just now. As a designer, we don't just do design. There are a lot of things that we know, the connection that we have, the information that we can provide, and they were able to see that. So just to let you know, this is a product from Sarawak. Okay, Sarawak got good product, just like Sarawak got good people. Okay, but the product packaging is a little bit tak boleh. You know, tak boleh as in cannot. So this client came to me and said, I have this product that I want to sell to international market. Yeah, but we look at the branding, look at the packaging, tak boleh lah. How do you compete? Even you put on the shelf, cannot, people will not pick up. So I think rebranding, redesign become the key thing in terms of that. So when I got to know this client, they just want, I want a new package, I want a new logo, the rest of things you don't oversell to me, okay? But because of the relationship, because of connection, now they come back to me, Mr. Teo, we have an exhibition in Singapore, we have an exhibition in Brunei, can you help? Then so we diversify our business. So no longer just doing the design, we provide exhibition tools, exhibition material, you know? So I think we have to expand our capacity in understand that whatever we do, we can do even more. Okay, this one I was excited when I saw my friend wear the t-shirt. And grow with them and never despite humble beginning. Okay, this is another story. Yeah, my relative and also my neighbor, during the peak of pandemic, okay, he ran a coding school. He just like, you know, semang came to my house because we had the bubble, we drink coffee together, and then he said, hey, I very hard to get a student during the coding class during the pandemic. Then he said, hey, but I have some connection that he actually very good in pitching. for businesses, and he said, "Hey, I want to do hackathon. I want to do junior hackathon." But he said, "I don't know how to package the whole thing, and I don't even have budget." Yeah. So when some relative come to you ask for help when they don't have budget, I told him, "Hey, I also got nothing much to do during the pandemic. Why don't you just go and try?" You know. So we thought about the brand, we come out the poster, and that is how we started the first junior hackathon in Sarawak in 2020. And you know what? Yeah, got someone. Yeah, because our friend there is one of the co-organizer today. So when we first started one, the response is pretty good. And then subsequent years, the response increased. And today, you know what? It's gone for state level to national level. For you all, you may think that is not big. But for me, the whole concept, whole thing, birthed out from the coffee session. Don't despise small talk. Don't despise that small connection that you may have. And when your client come to you, may not be a big client, but he or she may grow into something that is bigger than you thought. Okay? I think they're going to leave the paper over time already. Okay. I'm this last slide. Okay? So I just want to share this with you. I know it doesn't make sense as a business, but I really believe we have to talk more than dollar and cents. Yeah? Value your client as a person. See their business as an opportunity. Grow together with them and willing to go the extra mile. Because if we see just talk dollar and cent, at the end of the day, they will look for cheaper vendor. Then we will be in the price war, price war, okay? That we will have to really see that. Okay, the sign, time's up, and this is my last slide, okay? And I hope you have been inspired, you have been encouraged as a freelancer. Like I said, this is a session that you don't need to use your brain a lot, but I have hope that it stir your heart to continue on your journey. It's challenging. 20 years is not a bed of roses, but I just want to let you know that if you just persevere on, believe in what you're doing, and enjoy the journey together. Yeah. So not all clients are bad. I have shared with you 3 good stories, and there are good clients outside. Okay. Hope to see you again in WordCamp. Yeah. Thank you.